Do you think that I have come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. For henceforth in one house there will be 5 divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. They will be divided, father against son, and son against father, mother against daughter, and daughter against her mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, there is a great division going on in our country right now on a global scale, played out by the elitists and the globalists, the political powers in charge of all. It is in turn an entire globalist plan and execution of division amongst the world. Divide and conquer was used throughout history. It was used during World War II by the Nazis to point fingers at the Jews, to have the people, the majority of the people, despise them. And division is not a tool of the past. It is being implemented even in our day and age through racism, equity, bead and non-bead, political affiliation, all dividing us. Our words are being censored through YouTube, social media, TikTok, Wikipedia, the Encyclopedia Britannica, all the words they are controlling now. They want us all to become enemies with one another. But not only are they going to try to divide us all, but they're also going to try to unite us under certain issues, such as the need that everybody get, for the greater good, for the love of your neighbor, so that one day they can enact the beast system, which I believe we are already living in. The division that we're seeing in our time, Christian traditional values of this country are now being dissolved to be replaced by unethical, immoral ideas, all instilling a concept so that we all become numb to these ideas and consider them normal. Why are they trying to do this? Because if they have us divided, then we can't come together against them. You see, division is needed in the beast system to get everybody to hate one another. Brother against sister, father against son, mother against daughter. They're trying to break and dissolve the families, and it's working. Then once they have us divided, then they can come out as the superheroes, uniting us under one cause, under one flag, the globalist elitist plans all along to put aside your savior and declare the globalist your savior instead, with their new concepts, their new ideas, their new economical systems. Just go ahead and take that mark, worship that image, be a go along, and do not resist. Ultimately, the globalists only want to unite us when it's time to bring down God. We could see this in the Tower of Babel. All the people came together under Nimrod, and they put stone upon stone, and it reached almost to the heavens. And they just want the assistance of all of us to help cap off that tower, that pyramid. So why are they trying to divide us? I have this concept that not only for manipulation and for breaking us into smaller groups, they are completely overseeing our Christian values playing a major role in this country. They want to see something different. For the New World Order's agenda, they can't have Christians and wholesome families. They need to divide all of this. They're basically shuffling around the demographics to suit their New World Order agenda. You see, they only unite us when it comes to dissolving, dismantling God. How are they going to divide and conquer? We can see this happening all over. Look at the trucker protests going on up in Canada. The media, the news, they're all jumping on board, saying that these guys are a bunch of radical, right-wing conservatives that are racist, but this could be farther than the truth. But watch the media and you see what their narrative is. You can see the division that they're causing between the bead and the non-bead. They're trying to get them to fight one another. You see, if they're fighting each other, that's just one element that they don't have to deal with. They divide the country through censorship. If you're not going along with the narrative and repeating what you're hearing on the news, then you're against them. They're essentially trying to keep us apart through censorship. If we are sharing ideas that we could all relate to, then we could possibly come together under this. And that's the last thing that the government wants us to do. He doesn't want us coming together under our own terms, is what I'm getting at. The government wants us to come together under their terms. So they control the information through terminology. They have taken words. They have initially redefined terminology in all aspects of knowledge. If you read up on Wikipedia, they take any right-wing sources and they discredit them. The Encyclopedia Britannica redefined what the term vax actually means so that these new medications can be considered vax. They're now trying to pass laws that you're not even allowed to talk negatively about political issues or stances without having it being considered hate, extremist group, or a white supremacist. If it puts down the narrative at all, you are going to be put on that blacklist. You can't have people speaking against the government, especially when the government's a tyrannical government. They're also decrediting and deplatforming people that are specialized in certain areas, but they're not going along with the narrative. Their testimonies are bringing questions to the normal groups of people out there, ones that normally wouldn't question. I know a lot of you are very upset and saddened by the success that the media and the news has been having in dividing your family and my family as well. Who believes the narrative and who doesn't believe the narrative, and which one is right and which one's wrong. That's exactly what their plan is. But you must understand that in the Bible, it does talk about these divisions that are going to take place. They have to take place. God has spoken about it through His Word in the Bible. So the divisions must take place. The only thing I can tell you is that you need to pray for your family. Stop the arguing. Just pray about it. Love your neighbor. Continue loving your family, even if they don't love you back. It's part of the plan. Not everybody's eyes are open. They don't see the deceptions going on, the great divide and conquer. Our family members are going to turn you in. They're being told lies. There will be a time when there's an incentive to turn in your family members. In the meantime, while this world's in complete chaos, we need to be more frugal on what we disclose to our loved ones. I know that this is quite the rant that I've been going on, and you might not agree with everything I've been saying, but the divisions are real. What the media, what the news, everything they're doing, their sole purpose is to divide and conquer us. They're trying to have us separate our ideologies and criticize and point fingers. But I assure you, this is all in the plans. God has written about these divisions that must take place, about separating the wheat and the chaff, Don't believe in all the lies that you're listening to. Until next time, we'll see ya.